here's what I was thinking of. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk dirty to me. Talk cozy to me. Wow. Hey, Renee.
Hey, Ali.
How's it going?
It's going really well.
Should we welcome everyone to our show?
I think it's time. Welcome, you guys.
Welcome to
Keep It Cozy.
Where we keep it cozy.
We always keep it cozy.
We really do.
That's actually how everything began with us, our origin story of our friendship.
I would love to get into it because it's super relevant.
It is.
I almost had a sneeze, but please keep going. Please tell
I'll bless
everyone.
you. If it comes out, I'll bless you. Don't worry.
Thank you so much. You would.
I got you.
Let's tell everyone our origin story.
Okay, so back in 2020, that is when we met. We met at another job, but we met virtually, so it didn't really count.
During the pandemic. So deep in the throes of just COVID tests and no Ubers anywhere. I've never had like the least amount of parking tickets in my life because there's nothing else to do. We just stayed in our houses
all the time.
So we were long distance work friends.
Yeah. But then, because I was quarantined at my parents' house in Massachusetts, I had no idea that I would just be quarantined for 11 months.
No.
It was cold there too. It gets a little chilly in the winter.
Yeah.
But eventually I made my way back to LA and I was like, you know who I need to meet? Ali. And that we did. We immediately realized that we get together and can spend no less than 6 hours.
6 hours specifically.
That is the number. I know it sounded like I was just trying to come up with the number. That is the number.
No.
We have a problem.
COVID, global pandemic, or not, or now, it's 6 hours.
6
period.
hours.
But that was like Sunday was the same thing.
It was. No, I know.
That was just pool and movie outing. Yeah.
Pool and movie outing. We just
COVID.
Don't have any self-control.
No.
We have a lot to say.
We have a lot to say and comfortably. So during the pandemic, she's this 5'1" queen comes to my doorstep. I never knew her, so I've never seen her in real life except for work for a year. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so tall. And I'm like, we got avocado toast. I prepared a little thing for her. We were all like PG work friends. But by the end of the night, I got her into my lair. And what do? We got cozy with blankets. We watched music videos, which I would love to be a central theme of the show. Who do you watch music videos with? 90s, 2000s music videos.
A love language.
Oh my God.
Might I say so? By the way, did you hear that sentence she said? She started off with avocado toast, just to give you an idea. The day started around 11 or 12 for avocado toast. And then she said, then in the night, because we kept going. We hung out many hours that day. And we ended up... Josh came and joined us, who at the time was your fiance.
Oh yeah, before
not quite
I was
husband
married.
Up quite yet, but he came and we watched music videos for hours, and eventually it was
gabbed the night away and just cuddled and kept it cozy. Honestly, so it was always in our roots and our DNA to keep it cozy.
Keep it cozy. I don't like to be uncomfortable. I think you get to a point in your life where it's like, for what? Why would I want to wear uncomfortable denim jeans out with uncomfortable shoes with a lot of people?
With who? For who?
With who? For who?
Yeah.
And you know what? Probably not a good chair.
No.
Probably not one good chair in sight.
Probably half a bench.
Bench.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not my couch. Now, here's the thing, too. So, as you mentioned, I'm married. I was engaged when we met. You are single and thriving, and both thriving, just on different areas. I just think it's interesting that something we always talk about is how much we still have in common, even through that period and this period. Now you're almost 30, so now I just feel like you're on the other side of things, but you've been there, and I always feel personally too, like I was born to be in my 30s. I felt that way when I was 19 and 20 in college. I'm like the grandma at the club. I'm like, I would rather just be home. But when we met, I really feel it was what do they say? What is Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox?
Twin flames.
Twin cozy flames with you. And that's a really big part of why we grew so in love.
Yeah. No, you ever meet someone and what I remember is when I met you, I just kept saying, no, you're my people.
Yeah, you did.
I get you. And it's so true when you find that person that just understand. I don't have to explain anything to Ali. You know those friends you have, which is rare. It's a beautiful thing. If you have that kind of friend, hold on to it, because when you don't have to explain yourself. Like Ali and I just kind of get each other.
Yeah.
And there must be other people out there that also like they get it too.
I feel like I'm close to that with my husband, but not quite the same as like
there's always people in your marriage.
You know, like there's your people, and then I mean, there's a you and I. You need the Ali to your Renee, Renee to your Ali.
Exactly. Like, listen, sometimes Josh is here third wheels a little bit. It's fine. I don't mind.
I feel like he would be up here and he would agree, right?
100%.
Yeah.
We have a love affair.
Yeah.
And
up here, I mean, because we're in my bedroom right now.
Yes.
Because truly we kicked him out of the house. Thank you so much. And just left our cozy shenanigans to us. Honestly, the professionals.
100%.
Yeah.
This is our date night, really.
Only 5 more hours to go.
Imagine we have a 6-hour podcast.
Give the people what they want.
What's what they want.
Honestly, we could talk about being cozy for 6 hours.
We could. We really could. We won't, kind of. We're going to do it for less time than that. But the thing is, I think our friendship is truly rooted in coziness. And we're not just saying that for branding purposes. It really is. We love the amount of times, Ali, we have tried to make plans to like go to dinner. And then we're like, do you want to just stay in? And we're like, yeah, I would absolutely love that.
I love that. And I wonder, okay, so something I think it's important for us to like capture in this, keeping it cozy, whether you're married or single, is how do we bring in, like, how does that affect both of us on that level? So I think something that you say is like, I'm cozy, but I'll push us to go out. And you're like going out, but you're like, let's stay in. So I like that, like, the dynamic, I guess.
Yes.
How do we transport, maybe a Postmates man will come here and that will be our 4th, and then him and Josh will be together. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe that's how I'll meet my person. Because I'm not going to the clubs or the bars.
No.
So I am ordering in a lot, though. So there could be a lot of eligible bachelors.
Isn't there a Netflix movie about this yet? Or
we could make it. Let's hit up Netflix. We'll make it happen.
Okay, so something I love on your Instagram is I love your, what is it? What's your bio? It's something about like catch me inside writing my Kindle.
Yes, catch me inside reading my Kindle.
Yes.
Because accurate. One of my favorite things to do is to be home, immediately put on the baggiest sweats I own.
Paint the picture. This is one of my questions, actually. Paint the picture. What's your cozy night, ideal cozy situation?
It is around 5 p.m. Summer, so the sun's still kind of out.
Yeah.
I like to open my sliding door just a little bit to get some nature, you know, close but not too close.
Also put on some rain sounds, you know what I mean? Like just bring the outside inside.
The outside inside, just the way I like it.
Keep going. Cozy,
baggy clothes. Order some really good comfort food. I've been super into Korean food for my comfort food recently.
Oh my God,
it's just, it like warms my stomach and my heart. A nice bottle of wine, preferably for funsies. Go to a fun wine shop, try a new wine. Have that open on top of the sweatpants and the door being open. Set my home to a freezing degree weather, but then get another blanket, put it on, and then light a candle. I have this like lemon and salt candle that I'm obsessed with.
Oh my God, lemon and salt.
It's everything you need.
Okay.
And then put on a show I've seen 8,000 times, simultaneously scrolling on my phone. Whoo! Luxury.
Wow. Chef's kiss. You went there. This was literally one of my juicy subjects, is like paint the picture of your cozy night. And I wonder how similar like girls' cozy nights would be, you know?
Yeah.
So let me keep going on that. So here's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk dirty to me. Talk cozy to me. I love it. Okay. I just really want to take you there. So like we're in the same summer night, you know, we are having windows open. Something about windows open. I don't think guys really like windows open because they're like, it's impractical. I'm like, but it's so just like the breeze.
We love nature outside, but
outside. So the rain sounds are going. Yeah. The window is like a little cracked. I like when I can squeeze in a bath moment. So like the bath is running, you know, like the 10 minutes to fill the tub. I have a clay mask on my face. Clay. Because you know, nowadays girls get carried away. We have the sheets. We have the ones you really have to work for. Right? I like a clay old-fashioned mask, and it's like cold and the bath is so hot, right? I'll keep going. Sometimes I'll have my Kindle and like a little natural wine in the bathtub. Kindle. My Kindle is the paperweight, so it's
I have paperweight.
I think it's waterproof, right? I told a lot of people that, and I think it is.
Ali, I think we need to Google this. I don't know.
Okay, it's certainly gotten splashy over the years, I'm assuming, but like I think
So
it's
you're just like, it's waterproof. That's so
I think
crazy.
maybe that's like the way I've just been like, oh, it's waterproof, and I've gotten really lucky, and no wine or bathwater has splash on it. So we have a clay mask going, we have the Kindle going, like the toes are up. It's a vibe.
I love that for you.
I'm trying to think what else. And then like we go into like the rest of the night. And cozy time, I would like to get into this, is not just mean nighttime. Coziness is a state of mind. It's
100%.
daytime and it's nighttime, right?
Yes.
But this is the nighttime. So then we like do some like, we wash the clay mask off, then we're doing some serums. Then we like trickle into my bedroom. Here we are. And you know, the animals are in here, my cat and my dog, and we're listening to lyricless music. So it's either going to be like some Hawaiian music, which I would love to explain to you guys.
You do not. You listen to just Hawaiian music?
All right. I don't know how. I think this happened to me. I'll tell you exactly how this happened to me. So like I was wedding planning a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was very stressful. I don't know if you guys know, wedding planning is really stressful. And the lyrics were like, I was distracted. I was trying to like do budgeting and numbers and I don't know. And it was like, emailing, I think when I hear other people like singing, and I can't hear my thoughts. So lyricless, it's called on Spotify, Vintage Hawaiian Tiki Magic, I think is the playlist. Or Vintage Summer Road Trip is good too. Italian, so it's an Italian version. If you're not feeling the...
What did you Google to find this?
I must have been in a really dark place.
I don't want to hear anyone speak in the songs I listen to. It's too distracting.
Silence. Yeah. I don't know. Take me away. I think I just like love a beachy, you know, like transport me. So, I guess that's where... my coziness ends for the night portion. But something I was thinking of with the day portion of being cozy, which leads into one of the questions we wanted to ask each other, is what is your cozy moment of the week?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Cozy moment of the week. We need like a little theme song.
We do need a theme song for a cozy moment of the week because it's an important... Listen, I think everyone for a little self-care needs to find a cozy moment for their week. Yeah. For yourself. For your mental health, for your cozy heart. You need a cozy moment.
It's not like, like exercise, right? Because I know some people are like, I walk to clear my head. I feel like that's borderline not cozy.
No.
Because you're exerting. Yeah, I feel like...
Were you in running shoes? That's not cozy.
We're gonna be like harsh here. We're gonna help you guys. And please write into us. We would love to know how to help you be more cozy people.
Yeah, we're here to help. This is actually self-help podcast. Find your inner cozy. We're here for you.
We're here for you.
I remember, I think this was on, it still counts, but I think it was on Friday.
Okay.
I had a long week. I knew I had a jam-packed weekend that I was very social last weekend. We did our whole marathon because that's always it's always a marathon.
Could have been a 6 to 8 hour. Could have
been longer if we're being honest. But it was definitely, we had our marathon, which is amazing and everything. I like a good rot day in the weekend. And that was Friday for me.
You know what? And here's what I'm going to quickly say. Fridays are perfect rot night because you're just like, the week just had you, or it just like, you just gave your all and you're like, I did it. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. My bed, like my couch.
100%.
Snuggling with my cat. Like it's not out at the club. No. It's not.
No.
So I love your Friday rot night. I think we should really normalize that.
Yes, Friday rot night. Why would you go out on Friday? You did stuff during the day. You're done. You probably have weekend plans. Just stay.
Save it.
Inside. Mm-hmm. I ordered a bunch of sushi.
Sushi is so good.
I did an everything shower where I just used all my good body washes, everything. I let the steam sink in.
Wow.
I ate my sushi. I watched Schitt's Creek.
Oh my God, so good. That's worth a rewatch.
It really is. If you just want to feel better about life and you just want to like watch something so funny and it's so heartwarming.
What's the voices they do and what do they say? Like, who are the people? Like, like
David.
Yes,
no David. I love it. It's so good. Schitt's Creek is they're talking about maybe bringing it back.
Oh my God.
It's all I want. If I could do a personal message to the creators of Schitt's Creek. Please bring it back.
Yeah.
No one asked for it to go away. You cut it short. We weren't done.
No. And it's like a cute like father, son, daughter.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't get any cuter or cozier than that. I love that.
No, I don't think there's been a show as funny as Schitt's Creek since Schitt's Creek. That's a little controversial, but I would say that.
You think like LOL like out loud? Yeah.
LOL like
LOL out loud? You know, you text LOL so much. I don't actually. I'm not an LOLer. I think it's because I'm
you're an emojier.
Emojier and ha-has.
Haha.
I think it's a young man's game to get away with the cool LOL.
Yeah, LOL. I add a lot of L's. You know?
Yeah, it's cool.
Wait, what was your cozy moment of the week?
Okay, well, first off, game recognizes game. I love that.
Thank you so much.
It was a classic Friday night. Like, you took it back. It was for you.
It was my night.
It was your night. Okay, so I was alluding to this earlier on. I had a daytime cozy moment that was pretty standout.
Ooh.
And kind of rare, right? Because you really assume like it's nighttime, you do your serums and your face mask. This was a good, I don't want to say rare because I want this to be more of like a habit now that like it's getting to be summer and it's warm. So I have a dog and a cat, Ziggy and Ozzy, loves of my life, love them. I took them outside, which we do. Actually, I don't really, usually I leave it to Josh, my husband. When it's winter, it's kind of cold and like, you know, our dog's very playful, but they love being outside. So now that it's like kind of nice out, the sun is out, I dragged a little chair out there. We have like this crazy slopey backyard. It's like very green. It's like I'm from the Midwest, right? So I'm like, everything's like flat where I'm from. So I'm like, this is a hill, but they love it. The cat and the dog both love it. So I went out there it was like a Tuesday at 2 p.m. So we work from home. And I'm like, I'm thinking I'm gonna like bring a salad out here and I'm gonna play my lyricless vintage. No, it was, you know what it was this time?
Music?
It was more cute. It was even more specific than Hawaiian music. It was, do you know the documentary Endless Summer? It's like in the 60s and it's like two surfer guys and it couldn't be cooler. And
there's
like
a soundtrack?
Yeah, I'm going to play it for you after this.
Please, I need to hear this.
It's lyricless, of course, and it's just like cool surfer rock music. And so it was a vibe. So I started with that. So me, the cat and the dog are out in the backyard. We're listening to that. I have my like Trader Joe's salad. I have my Kindle out there. And then that was it. And it was like kind of just like a nice moment. I like was wearing like cozy clothes because work from home life. And I like rolled up my cozy pants. I'm like, oh, the sun is out. And I got a little sun. And I'm like, I should be doing this more. This is like the vitamin D they're saying we need more of. And it was just like so nice. Also, soundtrack wise, a lot of sound specific things, I guess, with coziness, right?
Yeah.
I started with the Endless Summer, like, you know, surfer vibes. And then, you know what I did?
What?
I put on sound bowls. Like, have you ever done a sound bowl, like a sound bath?
I haven't.
Do you know what that is?
Kind of. You've invited me to them before, but it's been when I'm working, so I haven't been able to go, but I want to go.
That's right. So it'd be like a Thursday. So I'm sure you guys know, or you don't, because LA is so LAE. So sound baths are like a cousin to yoga. It's definitely in the same family. So you're like laying. It's even better than yoga because you don't
have to do
any
the downward
movement.
dog.
No.
That's what gets me with yoga. I can't. My wrists are too weak.
Really?
Yeah, downward dog's my. I know, but every time I've tried, I'm like, this hurts.
I would think because you're so long, maybe like it's just so much. Like,
too much.
Okay,
it's too much.
It's too much leg. Okay, so we need to work on that. Circle back. So a sound bath is when you lay there. You could go in your pajamas if you want, and you go and like yoga is, you know, just like being there and breathing, which is why yoga is the best workout. So you lay. It's dark. They have some good smelling things going on, and they have like the sound bowls, like. I'm gonna try to do it.
Please, I would love this.
Imagine like whale noises, but it's like a human.
I'm so relaxed. This is nice. I get it. I can 100%
sometimes
understand.
There's little bells too, and like they'll come around, and like the bowls are of different sizes. Your eyes are closed. There's like a mask that they give you sometimes,
Ali,
and like
what part of this would you compare to yoga?
This is yoga. I think it is.
Aren't you
branch
laying down?
Yes, and so just because it's like of the yogi, the yogi practice, like you're there and you're concentrating, and they're like taking you somewhere mentally. And
isn't that meditating?
It's like it's the same division. broken. It's like the tree is yoga and the branches are meditation, sound baths. We need to do a sound bath as a, we're going to do a live update.
I'm very curious now.
The sound bowls, the sound baths are like,
sound bath yoga.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
It's a sound bath, I swear. I just invented it.
Is it yoga though? We got to Google this after.
Okay. You guys
but listen,
let me know.
If
was
it
great.
is.
I played some in the backyard, so my neighbors are probably like, what's going on back there? It's fine. Just me and my cat and my dog. I would like to get some sound bowls for my backyard.
You should. Whoa. We should do it. Whoa.
Will you test it out? Will you like lay and I'll play for you?
Absolutely. Okay. I'll do yoga. And by yoga, I mean lay down as you play.
That is yoga. Sound bath noise. All the yoga teachers I've ever practiced would be so proud I'm saying that. Yoga 100%. Is being like with your breath and just, that's what they say, but they really are like, why? Get up and do the downward dog, do the boat pose. Do you do yoga at all? Like, have you done it? Wow.
Because, I mean, yes, I've done it, but I just feel like
it's just such a LA thing. I forget, like,
it's so LA. But they always take you back to the downward dog. That's why I stopped. That's my worst position.
Oh
and they always go back to it. That's our favorite position.
Yeah.
And it hurts my wrist, so I stopped.
And Shavasana. Oh, Shavasana is when you lay at the end. Shavasana, I forget the terms.
Oh, yeah.
Shavasana is yoga. That's like corpse pose, so you're just laying.
That's the name of it?
Because it's like you're so complete with your life. It doesn't even matter.
You're like, I'm dead.
Yeah. I swear. I'm so happy. I've never talked about this with anyone before. I just do it. I'm just like, I've done yoga for like maybe 15 years. I'm a corpse.
Corpsing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So much to learn.
So much to learn. We're definitely going to follow up with a yoga class.
But wait, I love that for you. So what are you reading on your Kindle?
Is that also, and then I'd love to talk about my Kindle, is that considered too much exerting energy, like exercise for cozy behavior is yoga?
Were you exercising?
So not in the sound bath. I think that's the tree we're talking about, the branches. Yoga with downward dogs. That can't be your cozy moment of the week. It's got to be Shavasana based or sound bath.
My cozy yoga moment would only be the corpse pose, just laying.
Yeah.
But I'd rather lay on a bed or a couch than the floor or a mat.
Maybe just put like your yoga mat on the bed and then you're like...
Can I bring like a blow-up mattress to yoga?
Yes, girl,
Good.
go off. Yeah,
perfect.
Shavasana. So on my Kindle, I am reading currently. Oh, we talked about this on Sunday, and I'm like, I'm reading a book because it's hard with Kindles because you don't have the physical copy, right? You're just like, and I'm like, the cover just is like second nature. I don't judge a book by the cover for Kindles
because we can't. And
no,
honestly,
I
usually do.
I love judging books by the cover.
By the way, whoever said don't judge a book by its cover, I get the messaging.
Yeah.
But literally for books, I like to judge a book by its cover.
And wine bottles.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, I want to be whisked away by the artistry and the adventure.
100%.
Yeah.
And if it's a lame cover, I don't want to read it.
And you could definitely judge by
I would judge a book by its cover. Maybe change up the phrasing because I'm a firm believer you should judge a book by its cover.
Harder to do with Kindles. Harder.
Much because you forget.
So this book, I could not think of the name of it, but my friend,
This Little Life.
Shout out Megan. So This Little Life, we're trying.
Oh, it's not. That's not what you're reading.
That's an adventure to read. That's like so up my alley of like it's people and up my alley. It's me, Allie. Okay, so there's 2 books I'm currently reading, right?
Yeah.
Simultaneously. It's hard because this other one is so beastly. A Little Life. It's like 900 pages, which again you forget in a Kindle is thick. I think, right?
Wait, is it A Little Life, not This Little Life?
I think it's A Little Life.
I think because I'm thinking the TikTok song that's trending.
Oh yeah.
I think I like this little life. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Okay, so I saw this book. I downloaded it. It's right in my alley. It's about people and like not a real story. It's just about the friendship. That's so cute to me. I'm like, why is this taking me so long to read? I've been on 4% out of 100 of this book for like 5 weeks. I've been zipping through books. We're halfway through a year. I've read like 6 or 7 books already.
Yeah.
This book I can't get through. I don't think it's because it's a bad book. I think it's because it's thick. I picked it up at the airport. I was at the airport and I saw it was on the bestseller list. I'm like, hold on. There's some lady in front of me like, excuse me. I just like want to pick it up. It's thick. It's a thick boy.
I bought it.
Oh, that's right.
I own it.
Book club.
Yeah, for book club. The book club didn't start. I do think we have to tell them the story of when we tried starting a book club because I'm a big reader. We love to read. We love to read in our Kindles. I've read Honestly, she read this year. I think I've read like 8 books this
You're
year.
an amazing reader.
Thank
You're an
you so much.
inspiration.
So are you.
Thank you. I'm trying.
You're doing really good.
Thank you so much.
I love it. I haven't even opened This Little Life. I'm glad I bought it and didn't. Oh, A Little Life. I'm so sorry. Because I thought I was starting a book club with people, and they also were like, "This is a really thick book." And I'm like, "Why would you pick the thickness of a dictionary to start off with like some non-readers?"
Are the people in the book club like big readers? Like,
No.
So
I am.
It's hard to get back into it. You have to pick something like autobiography, something easy.
And they were like, "We'll do it by like chapters. Like we'll read like 4 chapters." I'm like, "I'm not like, just let me know when you're almost there and give me a date. I'll read it by then." But then it fell off. So I need to read that. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
But Ali and I initially tried to do a book club. And it started because Ali...
I'm so glad my husband's in the room for this.
Ali and I went to get a little wine, and we were talking about books. And Ali's like, "Oh." I was like, "What are you reading right now?" She's like, "Oh, I just started this book, Credence." And here's backstory on my experience with Credence. I'm on Book Talk. I love Book Talk. And this book was like recommended next to some of my favorite psychological thrillers. I thought it was just like a romance, like who is she gonna end up with type of vibe. And then I'm with my best friend Ali, who's like, "Yeah, I started it." I'm like, "Oh,
it was recommended to me. It was recommended to me by my eyelash tech. You know, I'm taking a break right now from lashes, but shout out, because I love where her heart was. Like, she has a smutty little heart. Like, she told me, what did she say? Like,
I wish I could read it again for the first time.
Okay, which is an amazing review. I said, "Oh my God," I'm closing my eyes, doing my lashes, and I said, "Wow, I should really give this book a chance."
Yeah.
I sure did.
So Ali and I both went in blind. She got that recommendation. I heard it from TikTok, where I genuinely had no idea what this book was about. Also, the name in the cover tells you nothing.
Okay, well, I was 1 chapter in, and it really added up. It's like woods and nature. And I was explaining to Renee, like, "Oh, this book is like good so far." It's like, I love how she describes like the Colorado nature, right? The woods. Yeah. And you're like, "Oh my God, that's great."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my God,
it's supposed to be so little saucy, so we'll see. We'll see.
We've read, like, listen, I've read Colleen Hoover books. Like, that's what I thought. I'm like, "Oh, like saucy, like that."
Yeah.
Ali did make one comment that stuck with me, but I was like, "Oh, whatever." She was like, "Oh, like with the hot uncle." I didn't think much of it, okay?
Oh, no.
Fast forward, we decide we'll do our own little book club.
Oh, yeah.
Because Ali and I live in our own little cozy world. And I was like, might as well, we both love to read, might as well do book club. We'll have an added hour to our 6 hours 6-hour dates. We'll do 7 hours. That's also book club.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll start reading it too. And as Ali continued the book, and because where you were at in the book was right before things really took a change.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And I had just started, and we had no idea.
I've never read a book like that before.
Me
I
neither.
come from the world of Harry Potter and friendship and like a little magic and maybe like some friendship with no, it's just talking about being friends. Whoa. Wow.
That one really...
You didn't finish it. You have to finish it. Do you? I don't know. Yeah, you should though.
I should. I hate not finishing books. I've only not finished one book, and it was called The Moonlight Child. If you've read it and finished it, let me know how it was. I hated it. I stopped it. I didn't care what the Moonlight Child was up to. But this book,
you also said on your Instagram, you're like, "Can't wait to read this
book."
Oh my God.
Ali.
And Renee took it back to me like a few days later. She's like, "Ali, I didn't know it was this kind of book.
Yeah.
I put on my Instagram, I'm reading this book.
It's
oh my God.
Book.
It's dirty.
But like,
capital D.
Not the kind of dirty that I was like. Colleen Hoover has like, some steamy scenes. Yeah.
No.
Oh
I can't. I don't think we could even. I want to get sponsors. I don't think
we can talk about what Credence is actually about. But I will tell you, I posted this on my story. Like, next read. Maybe that's not a book you should publicly be like, "Oop, can't wait."
Did you do like you took it back? Like you did like, "I'm sorry guys, I didn't know."
As soon as I got a few chapters in, I did a disclaimer and said I had no idea that this was what this book was about. I didn't know. And here's the thing. If you love those kinds of books, good for you. I couldn't get past it because it was like kind of family. It was a little incesty in a weird way. And it was like, I don't want this barely 18-year-old to end up with her fake uncle.
Girls loved it. So I finished it. I stuck the landing. And it's also not my cup of tea. Like, yes, I like the nature. I stand by it. Like, it makes me want to go to Colorado. But like, Yeah, I read it. I was at the hospital. I was reading it, and my husband was right next to me, and I'm like, "Can you like see what I'm reading?" Like, I don't know.
We can call it our dirty little book
Our
club.
dirty little book club. Okay, accidentally
actually so funny.
for the two most like undirty. Like we're very PG,
I know.
PG-13 maybe,
Yeah.
but like that would just not be. Some girls are just built different. They can like handle how like
Yeah.
you're a cool LOL girl, I guess. Like I just don't feel I can pull off like an R-rated, X-rated,
No,
smutty book.
I think I just can't get into it.
Yeah.
And also, it is just the concept of going into a book and thinking it's one thing and having it turn out to be like a really
surprise,
like dirty book. I was like, I cannot believe
your
I posted
jaw
that.
when your mouth is open to yourself and with your little cozy Kindle and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm like this face like
I couldn't. But your question was,
yes. Did you get on the bandwagon with 50 Shades of Grey? And I'll ask this too because we're talking about this type of book, but I loved how culturally like people were loving this book, and people don't like love books. Moms, I don't know who else liked the books, I guess, besides like moms and like their daughters.
Whips
But
and chains.
I think it was so cute that everyone loved a book,
You
and
think
it was
it's
so
so
funny.
cute.
It was
Everyone
this book.
Love 50 Shades
Did
of
you
Grey.
did you read it? And did your mom read it too?
No. If she did, I really don't know if I want to know if she did. I don't think she did, though. My mom, fun fact, I don't want to blow up my mom's spot, but she is in a book club that like 80% of the time, this girl's on Spark now. She like is like, it wasn't available in the library and doesn't get it. And then goes, I've watched my mom like gaslight all these women in her book club pretending she's read it.
Your mom is a queen. She's the best. She goes for the snacks and wine, like a little bit in the
she
vibes.
goes for the cheese and crackers and the wine, and then she just BS's her way through. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I'm like, Mom,
I think you can really for most books, right? Like, oh my gosh, I love the character development.
It's
in
so good.
Chapters 1 through 5.
Yeah. Like, what do you, but they have a
8.
whole questionnaire in their book club. My mom fully just like wings it.
How do we get there? Is that like, do you have to be a
know.
certain age? Are we not there yet? You're almost 30.
Yeah.
I'm 30 something.
Yeah.
34. Yeah.
We need to, well, here's the thing. We definitely need to start a book club.
Yeah. Starting here,
I
I
think-
think.
We should call it My Dirty Little Book Club and not read dirty books, but we should just call it that because I think it's iconic.
I love that.
My Dirty Little Book Club.
My Dirty
That will be
Little
our
Book Club.
segment.
Okay.
Dirty Little Book Club.
You heard it here first.
Dirty Little Book Club.
Other books we're reading too
Yes.
currently that are not dirty, but
That
it's part of
are-
our dirty little book club. So saucy. Okay, so that book I was telling you about this weekend I couldn't think of because I didn't know the Kindle cover of it is called Hidden Pictures. And Stephen King.
Yeah.
There's so many Stevens. We talked about Stephen Hawking, Steven Spielberg, Stephen King.
I got you. This is why we're here.
Zaddy of book reviews was
Zaddy of He's the Zaddy of horror books.
He is.
He
He said like this is, and what a compliment. What a review. This is the only review you need as an author, I think. Like this was great. I'm pretty sure
he
said
gave a
is
review. This isn't his book.
No, he gave a review and it was like some writer, just someone, yeah.
He was like, I loved it.
Yeah, and that's all he says on the cover. I looked at it and I'm like, wow. My friend recommended it to me. Shout out Megan. Thank you so much. My friend from preschool, where I like all of a sudden we both got into reading at the same time this year. So it's funny. Funny how people like girls find that, I guess, because
We start
TV
reading.
is fine. But
books, I love a book.
what are you reading right now?
I just started Bad Summer People.
Oh,
I haven't gotten like super into it yet, but I read 2 books back to back. Let me actually look on my phone because I remembered one of them. I read The Paris Apartment.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I really enjoyed.
Renee will post the book she's reading and give it a score. I think it's #Renee reads.
Yes.
I'm your stan. I love
I
you.
hope people, the thing
I
is,
screenshot it and I'm like, oh my gosh, because you can't find good reviews from real people unless like, they have they're sponsored by I don't know how that works, but I
love a
trust.
supportive bestie.
I
love
really
you.
trust your reviews because you're like it's a 4.2. Like
I
you're
keep it
hard to give it a 5.
Honest. I am very critical.
Yeah.
Because I love a psychological thriller. I've read a lot of I've read some really good ones and some pretty like ones.
The best one you gave, the best review or recommendation you gave me.
Oh, Silent Patient.
If you guys haven't read Silent Patient
it.
yet and you're like looking to get into reading or you're a reader, oh my God.
It's my favorite book.
Chokeholds. I couldn't
so
put
good.
it down.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what I love about reading, when you find a book you genuinely don't want to put down, you'll stay up until like 3 a.m. reading it. When you find that, you know how they say there's like runner's high? Okay, you liars out there.
Lies.
Okay, no runner's high. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is reader's high when you just cannot put down a book.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's one of my favorite things ever. So I've read, let me count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I've read 11 books
this year?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So the last 2 that I read pretty like within the same week. So I read The Paris Apartment. I gave it a 3.9 out of 5. It wasn't what I expected it to be, but it was still very good. And then I read The Prediction, which I think I read it like the summary wrong, because the whole time I thought that The Prediction was about she has like a smart device that I thought what it said was it predicted her child was going to get kidnapped. I don't know where this came from, because that's not, first of all, that never happens in the book. I kept waiting for this prediction to happen. It doesn't. It tells her husband's going to kill her. So this whole time I'm like,
whoa,
wow.
You're waiting for the twist or the curtain. You're like, where is it? This is really
twisty.
I'm
like, oh, they're starting off with the even bigger bomb. Her husband's going to kill her. When's they going to predict the
That's
child?
That's a weird way to go into the book. Yeah.
100%. Anyways, that one was fine. I rated it a 3 out of 5. But I've read A Flicker in the Dark. That one was meh. Don't Let Her Stay. That one was
I
Never
feel like
Lie.
I would trust anything you give a 3.2 and above. Like I would be like, I would do, because even if it's like a mediocre for you, like you're like a stickler for a 5. So like The Paris Apartment, I think that's a good rec.
I would say the 2 books I would recommend to anyone that wants to get back into reading: The Silent Patient and Verity.
Oh my God, so good. And I think they're making it a movie officially. It's been optioned.
No!
Yeah. It's not as far along as my favorite, Tomorrow.
Yes!
Ooh, there's a director attached. The director of Coda. Oh my God. That is be my recommendation for getting back into reading. I love that book.
I need to read that book.
But Verity, which is one of those things you see, but you don't say out loud. I'm like, is it Variety? Verity? So again, chokehold.
It's so good.
Wow.
I read that book in one sitting.
Yeah.
I picked it up. I could not put it down.
So good.
There is like an identical book to that I cannot believe the author is a different author, like Friedan McCadden. She did like The Wife Upstairs. Literally like the same book. I don't know why I even read it, but I wanted that feeling of Verity.
Yeah.
It's fine, but Verity was just so well written. It kept you on the edge of your seat. And I just think anyone who's not into reading will pick that up and fall in love with it. Yeah.
Also, I fall asleep. I'm trying to untrain myself from this thing that keeps happening. When I read at night, I think I just fall asleep within like, it's so cozy. Yeah.
With the book?
I'm trying to start it earlier, the process earlier, like in the daytime, like on my little lunch break outside.
Ali, you fall asleep with the book.
I go like like this, because I turned on nighttime mode. Shout out Kindle, Paperwhite. You know what I mean? You have it in the dark mode, and it's like really. Like,
I've never actually turned on nighttime mode.
What? Wait, when do you read?
I read at night, but I usually read still with the light on for no reason. And then sometimes
your eyes.
I also read scary books, so I feel like I don't usually turn off the light at all, because I get a little scared.
Like, those books will creep you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I'll let you know how bad Summer People is, because
I love the name. I'm already in. Cute.
I think I wanted to start it because I want to like get into the summer vibes. I wanted to like feel, like I'm on an East Coast beach town. It's all like a bunch of rich people too. Like I want to think about my like I'm summering in Nantucket. That's the vibe that I want to put out there. That's the manifesting I want to do.
It's giving Summer House, the TV show, and what's that other show that just came out with Kristen Wiig? Palm Royale?
Yes.
Together. I love that in
100%.
a book. That's what I'm imagining. Yeah, let's start it.
Let's do it.
Give a little review.
My Dirty Little Book Club. Do you want to read Bad Summer People?
Let's do it.
I love it.
Is that our second podcast? Do we need a follow-up podcast already just for
Yes, for Bad Summer People, for My Dirty Little Book Club.
Book reading is definitely just quintessential cozy behavior.
Yes.
Can we talk quickly? Can we shift gears? Let's go opposite. What is your guilty pleasure cozy moments?
So
what is your guilty pleasure
cozy pastime, like cozy activity that maybe my dirty little cozy activity that maybe is a little bit controversial.
It's a little taboo. It's a little like, she does that, like, yeah.
Okay, so I'm I'm proud of this. It took me a long time to admit that I like this, but I do.
Okay.
And I'm proud of it. I love ASMR. ASMR is relaxing. Yes.
What do you do? I've seen you do the nails, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so good at it. Just so you do it. And what do you like to listen to?
No, that's for ASMR.
You give it and you receive. Like you like
no,
to
no.
listen.
I listen. I don't do it to myself. I've done it. I've done it because I as hosting, we've done like a segment with ASMR, but I mostly watch it and listen to it. I've literally fallen asleep to the TikTok lives. They do like ASMR TikTok lives. And it's listen.
This is giving sound bath. This is exactly the same thing, but for young people.
Yes.
So, okay.
And I'm just really young and cool, so I listen to ASMR.
Tell us about the TikTok live.
Oh my gosh! So they'll have like these. It would be someone like whispering into it. The worst is when someone breaks character and they start talking. I'm like, I am falling asleep.
You are harshing my mellow.
Yes.
Officially.
They'll do just different triggers. They say like your different triggers. So they'll do nail tapping and sometimes with like like wax paper. They have all different ones. I love it. I love ASMR. It really relaxes me. I've watched some really weird ones. One of my favorite series, because of the noises, it's a little weird. It's like a POV, like that one girl that's like obsessed with you or whatever. Because basically what it is she plays a character and she's like, oh my God, like I didn't want to wake you up. Let me brush your hair. But it just sounds so nice. But I think if someone listened to
it's a little porny. I'm not gonna lie.
It sounds porny, but it's not. It's not like Credence. It's very much just PG, I'll fall asleep to it.
That's so nice. I've heard of the soap cutting one. Yeah.
I love, but that's like, I feel like most visual. Yeah. I love both, but I love
that's
just
so
hearing
wholesome.
the noises.
I like that and very. Yeah, sound bathy, I guess rain soundsy. Do you like, this is a follow-up question quickly, do you fall asleep or need like rain sounds to go to sleep? Or brown noise or green noise or pink noise? There's so many now.
I know there are so many now.
Yeah.
I have, like occasionally, if I really cannot fall asleep, I'll try to put on something. I don't know if it's my Alexa, but I feel like the rain sounds that come out don't sound realistic enough.
Are they like...
Yeah, and I'm like, this is not.
This is actually stressful. This is like a storm.
I don't like this.
No.
So sometimes I'll just ask Alexa to play ASMR, and I don't know where she even gets it from. She's just like, now playing ASMR.
I'm gonna try that. That's so interesting.
Yeah,
I think so. You think? Question mark. I'm gonna report back.
Please do. Try it and report back.
A little taboo, a little controversial. Okay, you're gonna hate mine. Can I tell you one really quick?
So worried.
She's gonna hate it. Take a sip of your wine.
What?
Okay.
Oh, by the way, you guys didn't see how the wine started. Also, I wanted to full disclosure. Allie's also drinking wine. She put hers in a mug, so it looks like she's drinking tea. It's wine. Okay. Just for anyone wondering.
We're working here. This is.
I just look like I'm having a full. Because she gave me what she calls a podcast pour, which it was much higher than this. And she looks like she's having an evening cup of tea. It's also alcohol.
Podcast pour. Cheers to a podcast pour, first off.
No one can see it. No one can see it.
You heard it. You felt it. ASMR. A podcast pour means that we are working and we are keeping it cozy. And actually, okay, I'm going to come back to the one you're going to hate because this was too perfect of a transition.
Oh,
so my first controversial, cozy, like
I love that you say controversial.
Controversial. Controversial.
That's what it is.
Here's my first guilty pleasure of the cozy realm. It is... Okay, so I listen to a lot of wellness podcasts that are like, I go to bed at 8:30 and I start, I eat dinner at 5 p.m. and I'm in bed, sleeping by 8:50 p.m. That doesn't happen. I try to cook by like a reasonable hour, but I do enjoy like a nice wind down like glass of wine. I'm looking in my bedroom and there's a glass of like wine that's now since drank, but from nights before, I like to like wind down with a little glass of natural wine, skin contact, orange. But I know it's so bad and trash for your like, metabolism probably. And, what's your body doing with that? But,
it's relaxing. Wait, is that what you think I would hate?
No, that one was just too on brand. Like for the moment, it was too with our little podcast pour. Because we're winding down. We're winding down.
We're winding down.
Yeah, winding down. My God.
We're on a roll.
The one you're going to hate.
I'm so worried. What?
Okay, so my guilty pleasure in the cozy realm is wearing socks to bed. And I know we just said it before we started the show.
You wear socks to bed?
She was just talking about it, and I was like laughing to myself, getting ready in the bathroom.
No.
And she's like, "Oh, you're wearing socks or something, right?" Oh my gosh, I would judge you if you weren't wearing socks right now. I couldn't wear them to bed, and I'm like, "Do you know what's on my list?" Literally,
shut up.
Written down.
Wearing socks to bed.
What? Okay, so let me explain. Let me paint the picture to you. So. Any time of year, really, but especially the winter. Maybe it's because
you do this in the summer.
Okay, if it's hot. No, I did last night. Like,
oh my god.
Okay, so I kick them off though, right? So you start the night with them on, and there's something
even
so
your body
satisfying.
Rejects it.
There's something so satisfying about kicking them off when you're ready. Like, that's my last thing I'll do today. Do you
off your socks?
Is that good? I'm
no,
trying to like.
It's controversial.
You. Okay, I know, and I know it's such a like big.
It's controversial.
It's a hard controversial. Okay. So like a really nice pair of barefoot dreams, like a little
love that.
You're like scooting upstairs. Who wants cold toes in bed?
Do you not have a nice fuzzy blanket?
So it's time now in the year where we ripped it off. So now we're just down to one blanket. I know. Is that also a quick follow-up?
You ripped off your fuzzy blanket.
So now it's just linen, like the little parachute, like, yeah. I know. Well, I also live with a man.
Do you sleep with the AC on?
Yeah, he turns it on. If it was up to me, so here's what happens. Like if I'm on a work trip in a hotel, I'll like put it on like 83 degrees.
Oh my god, it's you and your sister. It's you both. When I went to Ali's bachelorette, me, her, and her sister shared a bed together. And every night, Ali too would wake up. We were worried we caught COVID because we felt like we had a fever because Ali's sister sneakily would go and set the heat up to like 83 degrees.
Okay, so Sarah's extra savage with this. My sister,
I'm so worried.
She wears like hoodies.
Too, though.
That's her life though. She wears hoodies and sweatpants to bed like every night. I have to wear short sleeves and shorts to bed every night. But
yeah, because you sleep in wool socks.
They're not wool. No, and we kick them off. The kicking it off is important though. You can't actually like fall asleep with them on. Come at me. Does anyone? Am I alone? No, is it just me? Okay. Do you love it by the end of this? Have I convinced you?
Absolutely not. I have kicked off socks because for me, it's like, oh, I forgot to take them off. It's not like something I do on purpose.
Yeah.
I'll be in like very I always though have my like soft blanket. Like I always have like my cozy, soft, fleecy blanket.
Okay.
That doesn't go. That's not seasonal. That's year round.
I wonder what will happen. Come back to me when a man sleeps in your bed like full time, because I feel like men are like, oh, it's so fuzzy, and they're like, they just run hot, and I'm like, I can always be more bundled, so I will be.
I do set my home though to 68 degrees every night.
Whoa.
Which is literally what the
Ice
difference
cave.
15 degrees difference for what I would wake up to when on your bachelorette.
86. So hot.
It was a little rough. No one do the math, by the way, that we just did.
No,
just don't think about it. Just close your eyes. It's cozy.
Fine.
Keep it cozy, guys.
Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing any. Okay, hey, here is one that I would love. Hey, listen. Listen. Okay, so one that is a little guilty pleasure / we're working on it. Candles. Okay, so candle queen.
Yes.
This was like part of our love language when we began. We're like, I showed Renee my candle cabinet.
I have a candle cabinet too now. You inspired me.
There's no better smell. No better smell. So I know now, like in our wellness era, they're not good for you, I guess, unless it's specifically non-toxic.
Soy.
What are we?
Wait, is soy non-toxic or is that completely
Is it safe to assume? Because I need to know what the answer is. Like, we have candles burning here
all the time.
The vibe.
I have so many toxins in my air, but they smell delicious.
The toxins smell good. Help. What do we do?
That's a great question.
So I know,
it's so true.
I know like adulting is like, I have the reeds, the oil with the reeds. This is like the sticks that come out of the reeds. What is this called? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oil. What? I have them downstairs. I'll show you.
Oil?
There's like sticks coming out of it and they diffuse.
Oh, you mean Wait.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like,
so I saw this this is a good hack. If you're at fancy hotels, see what they're doing, right? They always have the reads, and I don't know, it's always good like for tips. But
I need to look those up.
it's not giving cozy vibes. Like the candle, when you come into like an apartment or house and you're like, oh my God, the candles are lit, the blankets are out. Oh my God, sign me up.
Your home in the fall time is my favorite place to be. Truly,
so much.
It's all the fall cozy vibes you need.
Well, we have to be here in my living room for fall vibes.
Yes. Oh,
with
we could dress
non-toxic
up
candles.
with our non-toxic candles. Hopefully, the one that I spent like $45
the
on
lemon
is
salt
non-toxic.
one.
It's actually lemon floor, like which means salt, but I just where I'm saying that wrong. So
What
I'd
language
say
is that? French?
French.
Oh.
I think.
Oui, oui.
Oui. But it's so good. I'll show you. Actually, when you go, you're cat sitting for a couple days, smell. I have a candle on my table. Smell it. It's my favorite.
Cat sitting is such a cozy girl activity
Yes.
too. Isn't
Yes.
it? And it's so cute because you have the cat cam. So you'll just like catch me smelling your candles and like drinking the remnants of whatever wine you have left.
100%.
It's fine. Cozy girl behavior.
Cozy girl behavior. That's what we do over here.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, no. This is basically a time to put on your baggiest sweatpants, light a probably pretty toxic candle, but at least it
We're
smells
working
good.
on it.
We're
It
working on
smells
it.
good in the meantime.
Yeah, open a window.
Yeah. Right. That's part of it. And rain sounds and
Rain
you're
sounds,
there.
ASMR. And then keep it cozy.
That was a great little recap of the whole episode. And read Credence, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know. See what happens.
You know, see what,
So get back to
have your own dirty little book club.
What a cozy time, Renee.
That was super cozy.
I don't even know. I feel like we just go on and on. We have, I think, 4 more hours left in this hangout. So we might close out with you guys.
I know. We got more to do, more wine to drink, probably set some toxins in the air.
My teacup is empty, so.
You got to get more tea. So, anyways.
Pod pour.
Should we do like shout outs for our socials?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
You guys can follow me at Renee Ariel on Instagram and TikTok.
You can follow me at that redhead Leo.
I love it.
On Instagram, and I'm getting there on TikTok. I think
She
I'm
will.
trying.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, it's cute. And we will have, actually, we have our show platform, which is at Cherry Channel _studio on Instagram and at Cherry Channel Studio on TikTok.
Woohoo!
And we'll link things too. And please write to us. We'll start promoting this more. And we want to know your cozy habits. We'll share ours. If you guys want any links to anything we talked about, candles, books, wine, socks to wear to bed, let us know.
Then take off.
And take off.
Because no one sleeps in socks.
No, not officially. It's like the pregame of slumber, right? You go in, you take it off. It's fine. It's great.
It's fine. It's good.
See you guys next time. Keep it cozy.
Keep it cozy.